Okay, let's get this stream started by booting Skyrim. Make sure I click the right one. I don't want to boot 32-bit Skyrim. Especially with the launcher. I definitely don't want to launch that. There's a because that my icons are special editions with Skissy and non-Skissy 32-bit Skyrim are next to each other. The reason for that is, well, Skyrim with old Skyrim with Skissy, I make sure I don't have those two together because in case I misclick, I won't really know until there'll be a little loading icon, and that will be about it. And if I'm not particularly paying attention, I could miss that little spinning loading icon and the Creation Club news because I just go in just a stupor and just go load, and then I probably wouldn't notice. Wrong character. Derp derp. Yeah, I know. I forgot which character I was on. I'm recreating my level 90 one very slow step at a time. Oops. And reset the stream viewer because apparently I can only get like 2 minutes. And yes, great help tip there. Doesn't even have a picture of an Argonian, it just has the most generic Imperial logo ever. Where the hell am I? Oh. A new hand touches the beacon. Yes, now I remember. Yeah, I'll go do Wolfswall Cave because I'm up here. It's one of those things that you do it while you're up here. Ew! I forgot I had a bow on the streams. Oh no! I was trying to sneak around the skelly, but I couldn't be up. It's a skelly, so I was not that concerned. It's not even got gut. I think the Dwemer shield's actually like one of the best shields for defense because it's fucking huge. If you're going to do arrow blocking, the Dwemer shield I think is actually the best. Yes, it's not got the best defense armor rating, but if you're going to be blocking arrows, if you've got the perk that makes them do no damage, the Dwemer shield's the best because it's fucking enormous. Also, I look like a Fulmer at the moment. I wonder, do Fulmer actually have they have a few unique weapon swings, but is there animations that just copy from the sneaky animations? I'm curious now. Oh, only one? I got so used to having the double. Also, it takes a truly retarded amount of potions to get alchemy up to level 100. Like a good few million worth. It's rather because it's based on how much they're worth. And it takes like a good few million worth, it's ridiculous. Now, the only thing I can remember is Hofclaw and Impstool makes a potion that's worth a fucking fortune. To the point where, because it's a mod-added item, I'm convinced it's unintentional. Yes, turn around like an idiot. Oh, necromancers. Also, Blackreach is hilariously good for booty. If you want quick archaeology points, go to Blackreach. There's like 5 sites down there. And there's also mountains of collectible loot as well. It's one of the best places. Oh, not a Sponge Lord. The Sponge Lord is a shield from the Ice Mage, though. There's just Mage is not attacking me while Sponge Lord's in the way. Oh, just have the decency to die. Oh. He's gone. He fell to his death. Where did his corpse roll? There. Darky blues. Now, No, let's actually do this dungeon properly and not just do what I always do. Oh, fuck it. I'm not... You know, you're supposed to go down there, but...
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. Summon Patema. We summon Patema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep.
How many skellies?
No longer.
Why would you ever bother resurrecting a skelly? They are useless. That was hidden when that landed. Oh yeah, right, I don't have the sneak attack multiplier. Who builds a bloody castle in a cave? Seriously, who builds a fortress in a cave? Oh, fuck it. Seriously, I have no idea where the other way goes, because I've never ever taken it. I always just go this way. I didn't even realise there was an other way until recently. Oh no! That was fail. And now he dies with an arrow in the... Oh, shin! What a hit the knee! You know it can't be Skyrim without getting an arrow in the knee. The joke that exists everywhere.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm! As our voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon with words bound by blood. What? What are you doing? You fools! You cannot bind me to your wills.
Won't common sense just dictate that you don't scream that out like an idiot? And just let them go in and they try, like... You know, if you're that overconfident, wouldn't you surely just... Oh, I don't know, let them do it and then just come and kill them all? And then use them as your necromantic army? Oh, fuck it, you're gonna come and engage me with a stupid knife like an idiot? I'm happy to oblige at that. That's why you should always fight mages in Skyrim at close range, because the AI dictates that they always come out like an idiot and use a fucking dagger, which is the most ineffectual thing ever.
Something is wrong.
Especially when it's an iron dagger, because the iron dagger is weaker than punching. No joke. Oh no, not the necromancers. Are you gonna keep spamming with... Oh, why are they always frost? Seriously, look, every mage in Skyrim is a fucking frost mage. My kind. How racist. I don't even think he's I don't even think he's a Nord. I think he's actually Imperial. And you just stand there like a lemon. Oh, don't you run away now. No, don't. No. Yeah, that got nasty. That could have gotten nasty. I could have lost her. And that precious bloodworm helm. As ridiculous as it looks. Ooh, painting. Oh, I thought he killed you. Wow, yellow eyes. He is a... Yeah, he is a Dunmer, isn't he? Oh, I didn't even realise Dunmer had yellow eyes in Skyrim. In fact, I don't think they do. I don't think that's actually something Dunmer have. I think every Dunmer in Skyrim actually has like either the red eyes or the like black demon eyes or the blind eyes, or purple in the case of Carlisle. I don't think I've ever seen one with yellow eyes. I didn't even think it was an option. I always go the wrong bloody way in Wolfskull Cave getting out of it. Ugh, this ebony sword is not the best looking thing in the world. You know, as nice as the ebony armor looks nice, but actual ebony whatchamadoodles, the weapons are pretty ugly. The hammer's alright, the axe is alright, but the swords are just like really weird and don't really work. Oh yeah, this is that little mountainette that you can't go over. Skyrim, this isn't Fallout 4, mountains aren't that easy to climb. Most of them are climbable. Oh look! I'm not quite sure why there's a bandito here, but an unusual spot for one, but well, can't look a gift Porcavian in the mouth, can you? Also, credit to anyone who got that reference. In fact, if anyone got that reference, you just give yourself a pat on the back, because I doubt anyone will. Oh no! They can see me through a mountain! These are the most observant banditos ever! Where are... Ah, most observant bandito ever. Came off the cliff. Yeah, instead of using his tactically advantageous position to crossbow me in the face, no. What the? No. Ah, for some reason I got stuck in blocking pose. I see. Oh. Are you like the only low-level female bandit? Like seriously, I see this Mohawk Nord everywhere. This blonde Mohawk Nord is everywhere. Did he just try? He just tried a backwards power attack, didn't he? See, it never works. It's so fucking slow. Wow, I haven't picked up a beggar before. Oh wait, I didn't have to kill the... Oh yeah, the stone's around the corner. For some reason I was thinking that Doomstone was here. And no, I don't know why they're called Doomstones. If someone will care to enlighten me, I would appreciate it, but... I don't know why they're called Doomstones. Arguably, the Steed Stone is arguably one of the more useful ones. Always has been. Especially on console where you can't up your carry weight. It's always been one of the more useful ones. And just for making armor weight, I mean, even if it didn't give like the extra carry weight, the ability to weightless armor is too big a deal to ignore. It's especially when you're using heavy armor, because armor, let's face it, any armor you are wearing is the most significant weight you have. You know, I might as well. Fucking bows. I hate bows. Ugh. Fuck it. Yeah, crossbow I have is a piece of crap. Oh, isn't it? Let's see, do I actually have a decent one? fuck it, let's use Dawnbreaker for a bit. I have a glass bow, I'll use that instead. Yeah, I don't actually have an orcish crossbow though. I thought I was attacking this orc, not the bloody Khajiit standing behind. And they definitely block a lot more in Special Edition. I don't remember them blocking anywhere near this much. You actually gonna attack me? There we go. Ow. Oh yeah, level up. Derp. Can't go wrong with the level up. Let's see, smithing. I need to make myself like a glass crossbow or something. Yes, cushioned. There's a reason I haven't bothered with that. Wait a second. My prayers have been answered! I will never... You won't leave my sights alive. I need that crossbow more than anything. Tell that glass bow to go the way to Dodo. Where is that elven crossbow? It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. Yes, it's not. It actually is as powerful as the glass bow. It's so beautiful. And sometimes I'm convinced that the blocking with a shield just doesn't work. Says the one wearing no armor over her belly, like an idiot. I mean, you know, the fur armor is so dumb. It's neither warm nor practical. And it's arguably the most skimpy armor I've ever seen in a vanilla game that isn't, you know, that's at least a Western game. That isn't like specifically with the purpose of being a skimpy thing. You know where you've got to go. You knew he had to. There's a convenient... Look at him bounce. Oh, wait, there he goes. There he goes. I still see it. He's still going. Oh, still going. There he is. He's landed now. Alright, I love seeing bandits bounce down mountains. You know, sometimes you just see the perfect space to do a Fusrodar. And you know that no matter what you do, you can't resist it. You know, you see an opportunity like that and you're thinking, you can't not do it. Speaking of can't not do it. My sneak skill is so low. Here, bandito, bandito, bandito. I love how he doesn't care. They don't care about being set on fire. Oh, the power attack gets blocked, but the regular attack doesn't. It's not even. It's like aren't even worth using these like damage health potions. They're so fucking weak. Seriously, why am I Potoing so crap? I love how every single potion I made is either a complete piece of crap or a moderate piece of crap. Oh, stop blocking, you turd! Stop blocking that. Wow, his neck stretched. His neck really stretched. Ew. An actual iron helmet. On a related note, I have actually taken the other iron helmet out of the leveled lists because it was really, really bugging me. It was because it was the old iron textures, which was so fucking awful. It was really bugging me, and the fact that it, for some reason, despite the fact it had an equal chance as the original, as the vanilla horned iron helmet, it was appearing absolutely fucking everywhere, to the point where I had like 7 of them, but only one actual iron helmet, like one real one. It was getting ridiculous. So I decided to give it the boot and tell it to get exactly where it could go. Ooh, Potoin. Potoin. Except that's an actual potion, not a Potoin. You don't drink the Potoins. Whatever you do, you don't drink the Potoins. Now, I don't know if I'm remembering it wrong, but the idea for the Potoin came from Final Fantasy VII, I believe, where there was a Potoin and it only healed 1 health. It was a completely and utter dud. Did I, Khajiit? Did I pick a bad time to get lost? Really? Who's the one sitting with the legs splayed out in a really weird way? Oh wait, not me! It's you, Khajiit. Your obsessive knife collection. Lots of iron armour that none of them are wearing. Millions of spigots. Ooh, an egg. I would mount yours on my wall, but I have neither a wall nor a desire to have an ugly face on my wall. You know, it's not exactly something that you'd want staring at you, is this ugly, ugly head of a bandit. Oh dear. Best jail ever. It's actually got the most cells. I think it's actually got more cells than most actual city jails. I believe all forts are technically civil war, like this one. This one is a civil war fort. All have the same format. They all have like a prison area, a interior, and an area, a large open area, with broken lines of sight, so they can spawn in like units up there or there, without you really noticing them unless you stand by the spawn point. Also, what is the point of having the roof on this little shed? Seriously, what is the point of having a roof on a little shed? Oh, he didn't loot these guys. A lot of Khajiit recently, I noticed, banditos. Now, isn't there something up here? Orphan's Tear. No, I have an idea first. Yeah, I'll go kill the bandit leader at Orphan's Tear. Do the world a favour and take some more banditos out of the equation. Which means I need to be on that side of the mountain. So otherwise I'll never get back over. Ever. Like, ever. Oh no! Not Castle Volkihar! Well, if I'm going to jump off a cliff, I might as well do it with style. There it is. Whee! Splat. Splat! That was close. Oh. Anyone ordered flame grilled wolf? Oh no! Nice wolf. That is the weakest fire enchantment I have ever seen. Like, seriously. Like, how weak is that? 10 damage. That's how weak it is. That is weak. Wrong shout. It'll do. Makes me move faster, it will do. Well, say goodbye to Dawnbreaker, it's not that impressive. Really need to make some Orcish bot, like Dwarven bolts. Because Dwarven metal is the most abundant metal in the universe. So that's not even like a proper bandit chief. That is just a mage outlaw. And now it's a unicorn. Oh no, it side of the face, that doesn't count. Shame. I like it when they become unicorns. When you actually land a bolt directly in their forehead like a unicorn's horn. Oh, banditos, they are kind of crap loot on them. You'd think the bandits would have lots of money on them, but no, apparently they're all piss-ass broke. Now, what's the booty in? I think it's Chrysamere in this one. Yes, it is. That explains where all the money went. They were wasting it all on skooma. My Sharkling, I don't have to worry about oxygen. There it is, Chrysamere. Don't have to resurface for health. I'm a Sharkling, like this is my natural environment, even though you wouldn't believe it. Yeah. What use is a barrel if it can't keep the shit fresh? That's a riddle. Except it's not really a riddle because the answer's defined. So I remember crab the other day. Horrible creatures. Bye! That was an example of a typical Oblivion conversation. And it's something I hope Sky Oblivion replicates as the semi-randomised conversation. Where they basically have a greeting, a comment, and a goodbye. And it often spectacularly failed into saw a mud crab the other day. Because apparently mud crabs are that horrible. Even though most people actually like mud crabs. You know, so much so that the pet mud crab became a thing with the Creation Club and is the only thing worth having from it. Oh no! A Horker! I am so scared! I wonder, has anyone actually died to a Hawker in Skyrim? Like, players actually died to a Hawker. Oh no! It's very slowly getting to me! Oh no! This one isn't even moving! And you thought regular Hawkers were slow, this one isn't even moving! They are kind of crap. I don't know if they've ever posed a legitimate threat to anyone. on land. I think they're actually quite fast in water, but they never seem to get in water, so it's not really a problem. Falmore land. And like all Falmore, it is so easy to goad them into attacking you so you're not in the wrong.
Halt! That's privileged information. Now, move along.
Oh, okay then.
Never should have come.
Honestly, with the ability you have player character, player character must be the you has the biggest bounty that Falmore can even offer. Do I still have fucking rock joint, or did I cure that? Oh my god, this is a lot of them. Stop magicking me. Magic is for pussies. And elves. Mainly elves. Because no one else can cast it properly. Oh god, you don't even have a proper... They don't even give you the proper full armor or the proper weapon. You know, I feel bad for the person who has to use the bound sword, because they clearly weren't even given a weapon. How bad can you be to not even be given the weapon? Also, I love how the elves and they still use steel fucking arrows. You know, they're using glass elven weapons, and yet this archer is using steel arrows and a hunting bow. That's just sad. That is just sad. I don't know how... Oh, you want... I thought it was turned into skeletons already. Where's the way? There. Again, tragic. Also, for some reason, with elven armors, the male armor has a distinct difference. The light armor has no pauldrons, but for females it doesn't, and it's really weird. It never did, and that was before the mesh swap. It was just weird. It never actually had the no pauldrons. The guild, all three female armors were exactly the same. While with the males, it was only the gilded and normal armors that were the same. Like light, elven light, which is they're all light, just lighter than light. That actually was different. I hear a fucking Nirnroot. Where is it? Pick that thing. Annoying. Tremor root. Canis root, actually. Why can't I brew tea with that? Of a Nirnroot. Ah, the clam shucker's shack. Or tent, because I can't even be bothered to have a shack. They're actually a really good money spot, because clam meat is disturbingly expensive for what it is. See? 29 each. It's really expensive clam meat, and this place has loads of it. Probably the world supply comes from this very spot. No, I'm not going out my way for Nirnroot. It's not worth it. I always feel bad for the lowly mud crab. It's such a pathetic creature, and it has to get by with just being useless. with a rock on its head. Oh look, more mud crabs. Now I think that's the edge of the world. Yes, it is. I need to go back. I need to go there. You know, I love how there's no border on the coastline. It just assumes that you know where the borders are. And you can tell that you can't go this way before I get to those trees. I'm sure of it. Yep. You can tell because the land is so much less detailed. To be honest, there's really no... There actually is nothing here apart from Northwatch Keep. And a few mud crabs, a bit of Nirnroot, that's about it. You know, Castle Volkihar is like really out of the way as well. But you'd expect... I think that's because it was the only place they could put something so huge. And it needed to be remote as well. Because let's face it... Ooh. That's rare. So, I can find the tide pool stuff. I was thought it was found inside clams. Let's see if we can't find a way over this mountain. That Dwemer shield is enormous. I also believe that Dwemer... I'm subject to Dwemer. I believe that Dwemer metal is not actually a proper metal, it's actually a composite alloy. It's an alloy rather than a metal. Which is why there's never any sources of it except ESO, which is just stupid, because it's... Every single Elder Scrolls game, the way you get Dwemer metal is to melt down Dwemer shit. Except ESO, because ESO doesn't believe it. Because you have to be able to farm everything in ESO, because MMO, caught MMO-itis. But, no, I think Dwarven Metal's supposed to be some sort of special alloy that the Emma used. So, rather than an actual metal, it's just a special alloy that they used. The sheer amount of corundum in Blackreach seems to imply that it's got some sort of corundum component in it. But, the sheer volumes of that stuff in Blackreach. It's probably a mix of all different types of ores into one, strong, useful ore that can do pretty much anything. It's sort of an orangey yellow. Because some games with Dwemer stuff is very clearly like an orangey colour, and some it's very yellow and I think it's supposed to emulate brass, but sometimes it is more orange. Like this. This obviously is a retexture, but sometimes the vanilla Dwarven stuff is like that. Just marking that on the map because this is a bit of a nightmare to approach. Ooh, berries. Oh no! Ice reefs! Trying to hit these things. Someone was here to light a fire. Or the magic fires that never burn out. Oh, tail's gone rigid. I hate when that happens. It happens Often enough that it's a problem, but not often enough that it's a it's a nuisance. Weird. It happens with Argonians and Khajiit as well. It just happens. One of those things you just can't avoid. Don't know why. But it does. Oh, it's slightly too steep. This is a point where you wish that you could just, like, claw your way up a mountain. That looks like a lower path. Path of least resistance. So that's the thing, you gotta find the path of least resistance first. There's always a way over a mountain. Always. Reach all looks different from here. Mark this place on my map for when Dawnguard sends me here, because I'm not walking all this way. Because effectively, it is pretty much the exact opposite corner of the world from Dawnguard. And no, I am not siding with the fucking vampires, no matter how much anyone begs me, because I just no. Clan Volkihar are dicks. That, for lack of a better word. Every one of them is just a dick. You know, that isn't a Serana, and she left. You know, when even another vampire doesn't like them, it says how much they hate, how much they're dicks. Because no one likes them. Oh no! No, fuck it. Okay. I'll just kill him with my sword. Yeah, saber cats are always portrayed as being quite dangerous, but they don't. I find that they don't attack much. They're not that dangerous. I really need to get a better-looking sword. This ebony one is bugging me. It's not pretty. It's just weird. I've never been a fan of the ebony swords. Funny, because the Warhammer looks quite nice, the axe looks quite nice, but this sword just looks like a deformed mess. I mean, look at it. Doesn't really... The handle is just awful. You know, the blade was actually longer, but no, like, it's half handle and then like a dagger's blade stuck on the end. It's awful. No, if this is what I'm thinking it is... Yes, it is one that's inside the mountain. And it's swarming with forced warnings. Yes, there's Deepwood Redoubt. There's a reason I approach from this angle. Wow, that arrow flew straight at me and missed. How bad are their archers if they can't hit me when I'm standing perfectly still? Oh. I mean, he was oh, this one's cowering like a baby. You're dead, dead! Am I? You were the one cowering half a second ago. Oh, you took a Potoin, that empowers you, does it? Oh, soda gem, soda gem. Can't go wrong with a soul gem. Look how pretty special edition looks on a nice day. It's still got so much colour. Ooh, glass dagger. Not what I expect to find in a Nordic ruin. I expect to find a Droga, and more millions of Droga. That's all I expect. Oh, and traps that never hit you. You know, not being the slowest thing in the world, traps never hit you. Oh dear, you're not gonna... Oh dear, they try, but they fail. Ooh, Hagraven feathers. Oh dear. How many runes? You know, if only player could lay so many runes. Look at them! Never anything in those urns. Well, if it's locked with a master lock, it must be worth looting. Shifty eyes. No. When you get so close, it becomes annoying. It's when it's that close it becomes annoying. There we go. Oh no. Who was it? Ah. I love how these two were aware of me earlier. Not anymore. What's funny is that would never work. These bone charms would never work in reality. Because, well, let's face it, your body is not that wide. You could actually squeeze through them quite easily. Why did I ever find Forsworn dangerous? Like, seriously, I used to find them so dangerous. Don't know why. I always used to struggle with them. I think it was because I think it might have been because I encountered them at a really, really low level. I mean, I seem to remember thinking that armor was actually protective. Yeah, so I think it was like I encountered quite a nest. Bard's Leap Summit it was that nest. I encountered that at a very low level. So, I think that's what made me shy away from them. Yeah, stand in one spot you think is safe. Doesn't work. Oh no, I've been detected. Don't know why that's twig with like bones sticking. Well, I think it is just wrapped up bones as a Forsworn sword. I don't know why it makes a metallic clink when you hit it. Because bones make some more hollow thud than a metallic clink. You know, considering that bones are hollow. There really isn't very little benefits to dual wielding. The only benefits I can see is like the dual flurry attack, like the two-handed power attack. It's the only one I can see that's of any use. That's particularly useful when you got a dagger in your offhand, so you can, and you have a mace in the other, so you can, you know, it's only really useful for like maces because it's making them spam faster. Most of the time, there is no benefit to doing a dual attack. Oh no, a bucket in the stream that's not flowing away. For a flowing stream, that bucket ain't flowing. Oh. Your entire camp was getting slaughtered and you were fast asleep. Best guard ever. Then again, you're no better, are you? Oh god, the archers run away! Oh. Oh, stop blocking! All it does is prolong your suffering. There's a little archer boy. If you submit, put your weapon away! I thought Forsworn was supposed to be rather fearless. Clearly I was wrong. More like Caesar's Legion, as soon as they see a couple of their friends die, they run away in terror. And these want to reclaim the Reach? Nords don't back down, but these little Bretons do, apparently. Did I just kill him with a shield kill? I like doing the shield kills. Another thing that's funny is decapitation with a mace. That's always funny. That's always funny, because like, you bat their head off. A mace should never decapitate. A mace to the head is more likely to... what's the word? How do I put this tastefully? Splatter the head. You crack the skull and splatter the head. You don't exactly. You knock it clean off. You know, because typically the skull will clap. You know, the only reason the sword cuts the head off is because the sword's sharp. And mace is a blunt instrument. Oh great, not this place. Yes, I seem to remember that Hagraven teleporting away. You know, because teleporting is clearly a thing. Yeah, it's like, you know, when people say, "Oh, fast travel isn't isn't balanced or law friendly," teleportation actually is a skill in Elder Scrolls, as seen by this hag raven. And I think it was actually a spell in Morrowind as well. Because most things were spells in Morrowind, because Morrowind had, I think, had one of the better sets of magic. I mean, Oblivion did alright, but I don't think it wasn't as wide a range as Morrowind. Morrowind had all manner of mobility-increasing things. I mean, in Morrowind, flying about with levitation was normal. Yes, normal. It was broken and completely confused the AI, but it was normal. To the point where you had to. That has to be the way through. Ah, that's why. Oh no! Oh, not the farty darts. Or farts, if you will. Oh, don't you spam me with another overpowered spell. I really need to put that fucking cliff racer away before I eat it by accident again. Really? Ew! I'm assuming that's... Now, if I remember correctly, there's no bloody way in here, is there? So, I can't for the life of me remember how to get this open, so maybe there's some booty in here, so... I can't for the life of me remember how to ever get in there. And I don't particularly want to come back here, so I'm grabbing it now. Yeah, why would you want them to turn into a hag raven? They are not exactly pleasant creatures. Now, gotta find that sweet spot fast before I run out of lockpicks. Sometimes it's best just to reset. If you can't find it within like 3 lockpicks, don't even... There we go. See, sometimes it just helps to reset it. Talk about excessive booby trappage. Yeah, excessive booby trap smudge. Oh, before I send that book. Why? Oh, it's Spelltome Flames. Ew. That isn't even worth opening. I take great offense to how useless that room was. What word of power is this? It's not become ethereal, I know that. Slow time. One I used primarily for balking Stealth Archer, if I remember correctly. If I remember its usage correctly. No, I don't have much, like, random enchanted crap, do I? Let's do a bit of enchantment while I'm here. Let's drastically increase the value of these items. We're sticking a 40 Septim Soul Gem. I love that. It's got 4 fucking uses, and it like 10 times you know, it like 10 times the Soul Gem's value. Let's see if I put a common lesser Soul Gem that's worth 150 on it. Same enchantment. No, so petty Soul Gems are actually the most profitable, for lack of a better word. I hate enchanting weapons because you have to go enter every single bloody time. But unfortunately, that's all I probably have. I don't like using petties. Oh, but if you're going to do enchanting for fun and profit, this is the way to do it. Is use petty soul gems because they are dirt cheap. Well, if you're ever enchanting for your own use, always use grand soul gems. Never use anything less. And you can also like hyperpower it with alchemy if you really want to. But to be honest, if you're doing alchemy, very quickly gets very broken if you start doing that. It's, to be honest, alchemy gets quite broken for making money anyway. The values are way, way too high. She's gone. She ain't coming back from that. I love how, after all these magic-using witches, the Hagraven's final line of defense is 2 ice wraiths. Or raves. Or wraith. Ah, Bloodthorn. That's what it is. Grotesque. It is Hagraven berries and juniper berries. As this is a booty crate, there's always a booty crate. Booty crates often have potoins in them. And paintings. And gold and gems. At least, originally they were mostly gems. Now where did this Hagraven land? I don't think she's... I think she's gone. I think she blasted her into the river or something and she's gone forever. Because that's just a Forsworn. That's just a Forsworn. Yeah, I think the Hagraven's gone. I don't think it's coming back. Yeah, and that's why you should really either pay attention to where the body goes or never ever throw the arsehorn you intend to loot. Because they may never come back. Ever. Stretch 'em. Whoosh. Oh, I completely missed this on the way in. Yay! Now, question is, what do I do with that perk point? Now, the only ones that are the ones you need to get early on if you're ever going to get more archaeology points are either this one, this one, this one. You don't want that. And you want some of these, this, and that. In fact, I think that one's the most useful because of the Now, the reason I go with Fulmer Specialty first is due to the general lack of dig sites for Fulmer. You know, Nordic dig sites are absolutely everywhere. As are Dwarven ones, again, they're pretty common, and Blackreach's got loads of them. But Fulmer ones, not so much. I'm not finding many of those. There's probably millions of them, like in Hidden Vale, though, so... There's a Nordic ruin there, but the actual entrance is down there. Must investigate. You know, I find it funny that in all these years, no one's actually looted these ruins except for Dragonborn. And it's not even like I don't know if the Draugr, I think the Draugr always came alive, but I don't think like the dragons were never there defending these places. Volskiga, I think this has got one of the dragon priests in it, but I'm pretty sure it has. That's not the voice I normally associate with the elven ones. Dig. 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 And the Nordic excavation sites are absolutely fucking everywhere. You know, because it's Skyrim, land of Nordic ruins. Of course they're going to be everywhere. Yeah, this is a dragon priest, I think. I'm pretty sure this is a dragon priest. It's got that look, hasn't it? Like the throne room sort of thing. It's got that look of a dragon priest's lair. Which is ironically something one of my old main, which I'm recreating and going through, has actually yet to come across. She's never come across a dragon priest, despite actually having more hours on it than stream does. Well, I can't say this is an expected sight. A bandit, not a chief, in the plate armour, and with like the almost full red face. Armed with a dagger and a shield. This thing keeps getting weirder. And a mohawk. Why are mohawks so popular among bandits? I really don't get why it's such a popular bandit haircut. You know, it's not the purely practical. Maybe it's like supposed to be like intimidation. Who knows? Like the I'm taller than you. Are you really attacking me with a fucking iron warhammer? That apparently blocks everything better than my fucking shield does. Bash with shield, stab through face. At least I think it's supposed to be stab through face. It might be supposed to be stab through heart, but I'm too big, so I stab him in the face instead. Which is probably actually more lethal. You know, a human can survive without their heart for a few minutes. You can't exactly survive without your brain. That's sort of get hit in the lose your brain and lose your, well, you. Wow, that was totally worth breaking into. I'm glad it didn't take me mountains of lockpicks, because that would have been real disappointing. Backwards power attacks. I don't think that was a backwards power attack. So it is. They're just so slow in their execution that you're probably gonna Like, the target's kind of moved by the time you get there. Potoins, many potoins. Nope. It's in door number 2. More fucking jugs and plates. You'd think people would actually pay money for Nordic jugs, like ancient Nordic jugs and plates, but no. 3 septims. That will get you like, what, 1 septim if you're lucky? So yeah, not even like worth bothering with. Corpse on the floor was a warning. I'm not even sure why I'm wasting bolts on this creature. Okay, so some lie low, which must consumed in shadow, aren't we snakes? Others stand tall, stretching their necks to see. That would probably be a fox. Well, none live in this sacred bat. You know, stretches tall for altars. Actually, that would be a bear, wouldn't it? And the wolf is the overt one. The next puzzle. So one. Okay, so I don't know what puzzle that is, but it's worth taking the book along just in case. I don't think it might even be displayable. So the first fears all. Oh! Not a Drogo sponge. Seriously, Drogo scourges are sponges. Look at them! Look at them! Sponge. Should we call a scourge? Should we call a sponge? Because that's what they are. Yeah, don't step on a really obvious trapdoor. Like, really, really obvious trapdoor. Again, really obvious trapdoor. Oh no! Zombies! Zombies! So scared! Yeah, they are so scary, aren't they? Oh wait, they're not. Ah, brain rot reduces my magic. Oh, that's all it does. I thought it was more dangerous than that. I need to stop putting points into Sneaky Beaky to get deadly aim, which makes bows actually useful for sneak attacks. I don't like wasting perks on Sneaky Beaky though. It's not the most useful thing in the world. It's, you know, there are more useful things than sneak. If you're not just being stealth archer anyway. If you're being stealth archer, then yeah, sneak is the most useful thing in the world. But to be honest, I find that the highest levels of sneak just make it too powerful. And the ones that make it so walking and running doesn't affect detection, that just makes it so you can like never get detected by anything. It really saps the fun out of it. You know, it makes you too good at stealth. You know, like you can walk right next to someone, even bump into them and they won't notice you. It's kind of stupid. Now the crouching and where did they go is the top level one is funny. I'm not going to deny that it's funny, but it's just kind of saps the fun. You know, it saps the fun out of sneaking. Because it's kind of broken. What's that bloody disease still? No, just brain rot. And an untempered sword. Maybe it's because it's untempered, that'd be why. Oh, Draugr White, you're no threat to anyone. Oh, not another fucking sponge! Ugh, sponge time. And it's stun locked. Stun locking is such an easy way of killing shit. Wow, all that for 3 solutions of health. Was it worth it? I'd argue not. Which way to go? Way with the enemies still, surely. I love how traps don't kill you instantly, but they always kill NPCs instantly. I don't know why. Maybe NPC motions are so predictable that they get stuck hit many times by it. Ew. Ew. Spiders. Ew. Whole nest of them. Ew. Oh, grotesque. I don't know if him. What happened once, but there was once where I swear an egg sack should have been. There was like 1 million spider eggs on the floor, and I think the egg sack blew up. Ew, grotesque. Why is there so many of these awful creatures? It seems like a very long and circuitous route. At least I know I haven't been here before. Ow, that one actually. The thing is, these ones tend to get me because I don't notice them, like at all. I just think they're part of the ceiling. You don't tend to look up on the ceiling. Oh dear. See, this is where the sneaky attack would really, really help. Not having steel bolts also helps an awful amount. And no, with the crafting recipes, I don't get why you make 24 arrows for... You can make 24 arrows for 1 firewood and 1 ingot, and yet you can't make... You make less bolts. You only make 10 bolts for the same amount of firewood and metal, which makes no sense whatsoever. Because guess what? Bolts are smaller and have the same amount of metal, actually arguably less metal in them, and a bloody arrow does, and less wood. Really? That was it? There's waters. Yeah, there is. I thought there was a dragon priest here. Now she blows. Oh, dear. The endless gets stuck in the... Don't let it float off. Gotta loot her ass. Oh, stay there. Come back! Come back! And she's down. I love how Dragon Priests go completely into... Like, oh no, their limbs don't completely seize up. And the head half melts. Yes, I've changed the Dragon Priests. See, this is why console needs to exist in a Bethesda game, because there is just places where you get stuck all the fucking time. So, wow, Volskiga's peak is a long, long way away from where it is. Where's the shouties? I don't think it's... What was it? Was it Fro... I don't think it was Fro Voice, that's Croesus's. Aha. Oh, and Whirlwind Sprint second one. I don't know, I didn't pay attention. I really did not pay attention. You know, I was too busy knowing that a Dragon Priest was going to pop out and preparing for that. You know, I knew what to expect. You know, I know what to expect with them, but obviously, first time you come across one, you don't know what to expect, and they are a pain in the arse if you let them fly off. You need to you need to either get them stuck on something and pelt them from around cover, or get in their face immediately and sort of stun lock them with melee. Don't ever let them float off and do their own thing. Glowing fungus. Well, this could only mean Dwemer or Fulmer. Despite a Nordic door. You know, glowing fungus doesn't tend to appear anywhere else. At least in great quantities, anyway. Yep, Fulmer. It's actually one of the few Fulmer strikes I've come across. And of course it doesn't give me a fucking keystone. The keystone's what you really, really want. Yep, chorus. I heard the distinctive clicking. And they're communicating. I get that they're blind and all, but still. There's only so far retardedness can get you. Stop waddling backwards while magicking! Little vampire. A war mate. Wow, they clearly borrowed from the Dweller on that one. Ugh. Oh yeah, my main has like 300 chorus eggs. Because she's got the double harvest thing, and obviously chorus eggs coming retardedly high quantities. Retardedly high. Yeah, I think there's actually one dungeon that actually has over 1,000 of them. They are by far the most common alchemy ingredient due to their sheer volume in any den. That's just like an ice wraith. Or a Fulmer, one of the two. Fulmer. I just heard magic crackling. You know, I wonder what a Fulmer do with the people they capture. I mean, some of them turned into slaves, like in Blackreach. But what do they do with most of them? Do the Fulmer actually eat them, or do they just, or do the chorus eat them, and then the Fulmer eat the chorus? You know, I know the Fulmer make shit out of chorus, but do they? What's the cycle of life down here? Are human prisoners, like bandits and such, food for the chorus, or food for the Fulmer and the chorus? Because we know the chorus eat them. We don't know if the Fulmer do. I mean, I know they strip the skin to use as alchemy, because they like alchemy. They're an alchemical species. Now, speaking of chorus, there it is. Oh shit, there's a second one. Useless healing useless potions to the rest. Oh god, how many of these things are there? And there was a mod on Nexus recently that messes with the skeleton of the chorus to make them more scary. And what it did was, it made the limbs bigger, made the head bigger, and for lack of a better word, made them a bit longer, and for lack of a better word, put them on a diet. Because, seriously, look at it. The chorus are fat. Look at them. Yeah. They are so fat. They are actually, like, scraping their belly along the ground at all times. They are that fat. You know, I don't know what... You know, the design of them was clearly... Well, something clearly went wrong, because, like, in no world should they really be that fat. I have never once seen an insect that fat. Insects tend to be very flat and very thin. And it's one of the reasons why chorus have never bugged me. Bugged. But, you know, the spiders bug me, but they're too unrealistic to actually really bug me. While and of course, again, it's the same thing that they're too unrealistic to actually bug me. It's one of those weird things, is like spiders are a strange one with me. A spider in the house is kill it, kill it, kill it. Scream high pitched, deafen everyone in the earshot, communicate with dogs like a dog whistle, sort of high pitched. Yeah, very much ear piercing, I think is the word people have used to describe it. But spiders outside don't bother me as long as they don't go on. As long as they don't like actually touch me, I'm fine with a spider outside the house. It's where they live. It's, you know, I find their webs fascinating. But a spider inside, it's one of those things where a spider inside the house is a very different entity from a spider outside. And I'm sure the thing would be the same with... I'm not gonna... Yes, attack the dragon giant. Giant, attack... Oh, just come after me like a moron. I guess everyone... What they say is true giants don't have a brain. I don't know what, spelting it with spells from quite a distance away. But they're being very helpful. Unlike this fucking giant which doesn't do anything. What is part troll? Actually, I think it is part troll. Alright, bright, whatever it is. Where does this drag? I don't know what mage is attacking this thing for me, but it's being a. Oh, it's the perfect blood hybrids, and it's a sanguine or blood-coloured dragon. Oh, great! I was trying not to make a joke, but it made a joke for me. Also, when we see Alduin's mighty ass again, you will notice that she has a slight change. I have slightly changed Alduin, I've slightly changed Odavine, I've slightly changed Parthenax. Quite why I did Odavine, I don't know, but I made a slight change to them to differentiate them from the more generic Dragonesses. Oh. That might just be one of the most, you know, vomiting blood. I'm surprised I haven't contrasted Sanguine Vampirius yet. But you'll see when we get there. We should have a change to differentiate her. Make her truly more. And no, it's not a bigger ass. She's already got an ass that can blot out the sun. She doesn't need a bigger one. Oh, great. This thing is so much more powerful than me. I think it's actually healing as well. I think when that breath hits it, it heals. No, when that breath hits, it heals. You know, I think it's very much vampiric drain in dragon breath form. This could go on a while. At least it likes landing. Land! Or stay still or something. Also, I've heard rumours that like Scorch Beasts use the same from Fallout 76 use the same animations as these dragons. I just find it hard to believe. I just find it hard to believe that they use the same logic because, well, I mean, a real test would be to open up the Fallout 4 creation kit and have a look at the, it, because dragons actually fly on very specific pre-designed paths. They then snap between them. They're actually like a lot of their routes, like this sort of curving around, is all actually a object in the sky that they follow. They're very cleverly done to indicate randomized behavior without actually having it. While Fallout 4 and by association Fallout 76 have, well, they've got a more natural flight engine. Built, you know, the ability for flight is more natural. In that vertebrates, for example, don't need a predestined path. They have a height map to stop them bumping into things. Oh, that's a potoin. I definitely don't want to drink that. Mammoth cheese actually has a point! And I'm dead. That's funny, that ended up doing much more damage than it ever should have done. You know, every other time it's done half health, half health, half health, and then suddenly it does 3/4 of my health. Where was I heading? That's the... I think I was just heading down the road. Yes, I was heading for that landmark, that was it. Yes, there's a fat frost giant. That's clearly part troll. Now it's dead. Before it rolls away. Oh, not Boethia. Oh, this guy confused me so much when he appeared on my map. Yes, I just facepalmed because I just drank the fucking potoins and killed myself. Oh dear. Ugh. I actually fell for my own trap. Well, okay, it's not 100% my own trap. It was partly my sister's idea. As the mod, I actually made the mod for my sister. Yeah, the Sewers of Solitude mod was made for my sister. Because she likes sneaking. So I thought, so she wanted a Sewers of Solitude. So I did it in my... What is that? Blood hybrid. Yep, hybrid soul cultist. Where's this fucking giant gone? Oh, there's the dragon. Oh, great, it's a non-hostile one. I think it's combustion as well. Oh, come on! Stop fucking pelting me with fucking frost! It's so annoying. Yeah, it's combustion dragon and now it's hostile to me. Oh, God. Oh my god, stop fucking... And I'm dead because a dragon decides to land on top of my face. Ugh. and then it does a stupid sync kill, which does more than... which completely disregards your health and just kills you instantly. You know, if I haven't got full health, I'm just gonna die to a stupid fucking sync kill. Without fail, just die to the stupid fucking sync kill. I do hate them. The thing is, I don't want to turn them off for NPCs, I just want, you know, for like an NPC attacking an NPC. But that's what the option does. Ugh. Ew. Skellies. These are totally non-threatening. Completely non-threatening. Oh, skellies. Oh, great, one's reviving. Oh god, I still even need a second strike. That ain't no Spriggan. Oh great, not a crystal abomination. You know, that's something I'm amazed that Final Fantasy I've never seen in a Final Fantasy game, because, you know, we're remembering that Final Fantasy really likes its crystals. I'm surprised such a thing, like never existed in a Final Fantasy game where there was just like this crystal dragon. I'm surprised. Maybe it did, but clearly not in one of the ones I played, because I don't... You know, I played X, played X2, played 7, played 12. 12 is my favourite and popular, there's hell opinion there. But played 2, never really got into that one. I think I played 4 as well. Yeah, 4. I don't remember ever seeing a crystal dragon, despite the fact that crystals have incredible prominence in Final Fantasy. And it's like the one common element shared between them is just how important crystals are. It's like the hello Khajiit. What build I have? Crossbow and sword and shield at the moment. No magic, don't do magic. Magic's for elves. And people and NPCs with massive magica bars. Oh dear, someone's sneaky beakying. Oh, don't tell me that's a Boethia cultist, isn't it? Oh. Yay! Actually hit. Why? Make me run! It must be deliberate. A dragon tactic to make you stall. Make its opponents weak by making them run. Oh, not again! That hurts when it hits. Keyword being when. That is the slowest dive I've ever seen. Must be using its crystal powers to... it must be using its crystal... Oh, is it using slow time? I think it is. I've never seen... anything go so slow. Yeah, it must be using slow time because I've never ever seen anything so... Oh, come back! I thought I killed everyone at this fort. Clearly I was wrong. I thought I killed everyone here. Oh, wait, it looks like blood hybrids. Or vampires. Blood hybrids. I can't say I've ever seen that kill before. Wait a second. What the f... I cleared this fort out not long ago! And an entire bloody Legion squad has moved in! Look at them! I leave this fort alone for half a second and the entire Imperial Legion decides it wants to come squat in that fort. Like it was just waiting for some poor sod to actually come out and clear it for him. Oh, not you again. You dare face the Imperial Legion's massive barrage of arrows that doesn't actually do... Look at them! It's like approaching a ship with its anti-aircraft guns firing. It's just shit everywhere. And about as lethal. AKA not at all. I hate archers.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. Says the two archers. Oh, Imperial Legion. Well, I think it's safe to say I've cleared that fort out, and the Imperial Legion will accept me now. My random act of bandit killing. Oh dear. I didn't expect the full Imperial Legion to move in a moment's notice. Clearly they do. I thought they actually required you to do the Imperial Legion quests to do that. Clearly not. I am so lost. Oh yeah, because that dragon took me from here to here. That's why. The bloody crystal dragon took me a long way away from that fight.
Hold. Now.
I might as well sign up for the Imperial Legion. I've already cleared their fort for them, so why not? I mean, I'm not siding with Stormcloaks for two reasons. One, it really makes no sense if you're not a Nord. And two, it is the buggiest mess I've ever seen. Another question, have I done blood on the ice? Just need to make sure. Yep, good. I thought I had. I thought I forced it. I always end up having to force blood on the ice because it's so bad. Oh, Vanilla Dragon Bridge is so tragic. Not as tragic as Vanilla Kindgrove. I think that's the most tragic thing in the universe. But, you know, the hamlets are bigger than Kindgrove. You know, Kindgrove is just an inn. It's stated to be a town, and yet it's clearly just an inn. And one of Skyrim's many franchise operation inns, which are all exactly the same. You know, the fire pit's in the exact same spot, everything is. I think they were actually copy-pasted during development, with slight differences made to them. You know, because they're too similar to be a coincidence. I think they're a franchise operate. You know, thinking of it for outside of a lazy game design way, I'm thinking of it more in universe way. They're a franchise operation. The Guild of Inn, the Inn Guild.
I used to be an adventurer like you, and I took an arrow in the knee.
Hold. Now.
You know. Solitude is actually really logically positioned in that basically you've got fire. The only way into it is here, and it's got a big firing alley. Of course, Solitude's defences all crumble when you realise that underneath the arch there's a way in that goes through there, which you could quite easily sneak a few soldiers up through. I was going to sign up for the Legion. Yeah. I disrespect the law all the time. Skyrim's law's so exploitable. Do we? Do we really?
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle?
Yep.
Reason to be here, citizen? Why don't you have a chat? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like. Besides, I'm sure you're
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
It kind of was. The whole thing with Elder Scrolls games is you're always imprisoned to start with, always, and it's always for some trivial thing that you should never have been thrown in jail for. Like Skyrim, you were just crossing a border illegally. You know, effectively, that would just be a fine. Really, in a united empire, that would just be a fine. It's not really an executable offence. You know, considering murder is just a fine in this world.
You survived again? General, I've got a good feeling about you. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. Is that confidence? We'll soon find. I'm sending you. If you die, ancients. Sadly, Fort Hurrah. We're going to install a garrison there.
Yeah, I already cleared it out and the garrison's already moved in.
Is that so? I was right about you.
The garrison moved in before I got here, that's why I joined the Legion. Just because I couldn't be bothered to not accept it.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop it. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody
Can't wait to kill another of Ulfric's boys.
Sir.
I'm sure there was an artifact in here, but I can never remember where it is.
I trust this is something important.
Welcome back, soldier. But before we
Welcome back! I never left!
will administer the oath.
I never left.
You'll be taking an... Are you prepared to make that commitment? Well then, upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the...
No, I swear to kill him later in life.
obedience to the officers of his great empire. May those above judge me, and those below take me if I fail in my duty. Long live the Emperor. Welcome to the...
Long live the Emperor.
Soldier.
Preparing to...
Just remember,
And he will let me kill him later.
Rika has a special assignment.
That's weird. Look at the female uniform.
We will oust Alpha
Notice
Wilhelm.
fur.
And when we do, I'll have his head.
Welcome to the Legion, Auxiliary. Listen up. Welcome to the Legion. Ulfric's right-hand man. We're going to make... The rest of my men are already assembling outside Corvinjune. I'll meet you there as soon as I finish up here.
Notice fur accents, while this guy, the male version, has red cloth accents instead of fur.
Your concerns are duly...
Now I get the feeling that the female one was probably designed because of Rika, and of course Nords like that fur.
Sir, this is...
But it just makes no sense that they're actually completely different. And that's got chainmail bits as well. That bit doesn't. That's just fur.
But these commands come straight from
It's one of the weird differences, and I don't know why.
before we have a full-scale war on our hands.
You don't think this is a war already? Sir, I...
Thank you, Leg.
Weird book thief. Book thief strikes again. Let sleeping guards lie. While I loot the armory. No, seriously, it's like the only place I know of that you can actually get a full set of the heavy Imperial heavy armor without picking it. Like, choosing it from Bayron is like one of the only places you can actually get the full set of this stuff. Look at them, they're all... They all move out at once. You know, you'd think they would get up, have a, like, eat a loaf of bread at the table, and then move out. No, they just move out.
My eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time. Seems there's no... Yep. Light, medium... Alright. This here... Now that's it.
What's funny is I don't think that was a strange choice to make, because I don't think, unless maybe early on in Skyrim's development they were thinking about re-implementing medium armor, but it didn't exist. Medium armor didn't exist in Oblivion either. It was one of those things that it just hasn't existed since Morrowind, and it just... You know, it's always just been light or heavy, and Skyrim was... Every other design choice in Skyrim seems to imply that it was always either light or heavy. And yet, for some reason, medium was a choice there. And it's also clear that early on in Skyrim's development, especially even when voices were being recorded... Oh dear, he's coming to ambush me with something.
I trust things fare well. Here, have a look, and place it on display.
Thornblade what I just picked up. Oh no, Thornblade's that one. Dump my crap. She here. If you're wondering what that weird noise is. So, actually can't replicate the noise. Oh, there's a cave where you can get like most of this set. It was quite a boon to find. Well, while I'm thinking about it, I can't believe I never noticed this before in my life. The Stalgrim Spoon of Assassination. You can go from murdering your enemies to eating a soup without even having to change your tool. I can't believe I never noticed that before. Like, it's so obvious! I can't believe I never noticed it! You know, I'd come down the stairs and go, Oh no, no, I don't actually. I don't tend to come down the stairs, but I can't believe I never noticed that before in my life. I actually can't believe it. Oop, buried that. Better take that. I think that gets displayed somewhere. See if I can't make anything with archaeology either. Yep. No. And if that gets displayed, if not, I can go put that up on my own. And it's one of the things that it's one of the few things that bugs me about this museum is that tapestry, because it is so clearly like a medieval tapestry. And it's not. I don't even think it's Nordic in nature. I think it's more like, you know, medieval England. It looks like the kind of thing you would expect to see on like the what's it called now? Bayeux Tapestry, that sort of thing. It's that sort of medieval Euro style, like Euro France England style, and it's just, it bugs me because it's not something I associate with ancient Nordic at all. It's very, you know, medieval, and it really bugs me because it stands out so much. Same with another one that bugs me is a painting of Mars and Magnarium, which is clearly just a painting of a real person. Well, every other painting in this museum is a... You know, most of the other paintings in this museum are like... Well, they're just paintingized versions of Skyrim, and I've run out of time. But yeah, they're just like paintingized versions of Skyrim, like actual, you know, that's clearly... I don't even know if they're actually paintings or whether they've just like some form of effect that make it look like, you know, a screenshot look like a painting. Okay, I'm going to ignore the kid sitting through the chair. Let's just see if that tapestry did get put up. Yeah, I thought it would. Yeah, I did not know I had the attunement ball. And yes, I've got to roll it despite the fact I'm out of time. You just know that you've got to roll the sphere. it's one of those things that you get an object that's so silly that you've got to roll it. I think about it. Dump the shit in a wine cellar. Bloody things by accident. I don't have any idea with schoomers, do I? Do I have the fibre wine? No. Onion ale. Yes, I knew I had some of it. Let's get out of here now and save up. Oh dear. Oh no, I haven't done the Haunted Museum quest yet. That's gonna trigger next. That's probably gonna trigger next time I come to the museum. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you for watching. Subscribe or donate if you want. Donation links in the description as per usual, as is a list of all past live streams. Goodbye. Oh, come on. What? Anyway, that's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.